Hi everyone. In last video we have seen flywheel energy storage systems. In this video we are going to see about case study on pumped hydro energy storage system. Before going to pumped hydro energy storage system, we can see what is energy storage system. What is energy storage system? What is energy storage system? What is electrohydric power? Water is stored in an elevations. There is a release at a fixed rate. The potential stored in the water is used to drive a turbine, which works as a prime mover from the generator. So it is the most popular renewable energy, and now it supplies 17.5 percentage of the world's electricity needs. In India, it is supplies 14.35 percentage, that is 42.783 megawatts of electricity. So this in this pictures we can see the pumped hydro storage systems. This is one of the system, but now it is not in India. Okay, next we can see what is hydroelectric power. What are the hydroelectric power? So here we are going to see pumped hydro energy storage. What is pumped hydro energy storage? Here we can see the energy it is stored in the water of an upper reservoir. It is released at the float of the lower reservoir. So the potential energy converted to the kinetic energy. Here the potential energy which is converted to kinetic energy. And the kinetic energy of falling water turns turbines on. Okay. So turbine turns as a generator. During this time, the turbine is turned as a generator, and the generator converts mechanical energy to the electrical energy. We know that here the upper reservoir, the water is stored in the upper reservoir, and it takes place to the penstones, and it goes to the generator turbine, and it the lower reservoir, the water flows with help of surge tank. Okay, next, what is history of pumped hydro energy systems? What is history? It is first introduced in the Italy and Switzerland in the 80s 1890s. Okay, so here we can see it is first introduced in 1890s itself. Now the favorable properties in this alphas and four unit the quantitative systems, and we have turbines and generators and motors. These are the main part of pumped hydro energy systems. So here the upper reservoir and a pump and generation, turbine and electrical generator and lower reservoir. This is the main parts of the pumped hydro energy storage system. Here the history again comes the history. The first pumped hydroelectric energy storage system plants is in the USA, that is Rocky River Hydropower Plant, so Milford City, and water from the Houston's rivers pumps up to into the canvas lakes to 230 feet of the heads of 6 billion feet of water. Here we can see the pictures. This is the water house where it is present in Houston Rivers pumps, and it is 2,230 feet of head, 6 billion feet of water. Here it is a 6 billion feet of water. Here the two units, that is binary systems, that is reversible pumps turbines, one of the first 29 megawatts of generating power. Okay. Here the pumped hydro storage system today. So today we can see how it is uh, generator. So pumped hydro energy storage system accounts for 99% of worldwide energy storage systems. So the total power is 127 gigawatts. The total energy is 740 gigawatts. The power of the individual power plants is 10 seconds of megawatts and 3 gigawatts. In this USA 40 optional PHES plants and 75 percentage and greater than this 500 megawatts strong economic of the scale. And the total power is approximately 23 gigawatts. The total power record is 127 gigawatts. The total power from pumped hydro system is 23 gigawatts. And the current plans for the additional 6 gigawatts, and the total energy is 220 gigawatts. Here we can see in the picture, in the night operation, the morning operation, what happens, the water flows from the upper reservoir to the lower reservoir, and night then the water takes back to the upper reservoir through the pump, hydro pump storage. Here the turbine works as a pump. So nighttime turbine works as a pump, and morning time it works as a generator. And the electricity is given back to the grid, and night time this electricity is getting back from the grid. Okay, here the PHES components, the reservoirs. What are the components we have? So here we have main three components. What are the main three components? The upper and lower reservoir separated by the elevation difference. That is two configuration. We have two configuration. One is open loop, next one is closed loop. So in open loop, at least one of the reservoir connected to the source of the nature, inflow nature like a river and river feed, etc. And the closed loop, neither reservoir has a nature source of the nature source inflow and initially filled the compensation of leaks and evaporation provided by the groundwater. So less common than the open loop. So it is less common than the open loop. So open loop is mostly used. Okay. Next is hydraulic short circuit. So here we can see the what is hydraulic short circuit. So Cope's phase 2 pumped hydro energy storage system plants in Australian, that is Alps. So here this Cope's reservoir is upper reservoir and this is your lower reservoir. So what happens? It is Q with 100 megawatts. So the upper back power is 100 megawatts, and we have front power is 50 megawatts. Here the generator and motor, this act as a generator and motor. Here the generator motor turns with 100 megawatts, and T is a turbine, and Penstone with hydropower plants. Scopes plant number 2 supply additional 50 megawatts, and the pump reservoir is 150 megawatts, and Q is a water flow. So Q represents the water flow. So this is the balancing power plant in Australia. Okay. Here what is PHES losses? So if you pump back to the upper reservoir and pump from the upper reservoir, we have some losses. We can see what are the losses. There are the typical losses for pumped hydro energy storage system. So here while pumping. So while pumping, there is the energy is input. So energy input, what happens? The water. So 100% water. What happens in that? The transformation transformer is 0.5 percentage. So 100 percentage of production of power, so 0.5 percentage because losses because of transformer, and 2 percentage because of motor, and 10 percentage because of pumps, and 1 percentage because of penstone. So total 86.8 percentage energy we are getting. So now generating motion. In generator motion, what happens? What happens? We are getting 77.6 percentage. The same thing. The penstone, the loss is 1 percentage of water. And turbine losses 7.5 percentage, and generator losses 2 percentage, and finally the transformer loss 0.5 percentage. These are the total loss in pumped hydro energy storage systems. Here are the examples. There's the Raccoon Mountains. So this is also one of the examples. The macro country, that is Tamil TM. So open loop. The open loop pumped hydro energy storage system. There's a mountain top upper reservoirs. We have this much of water density, and hence river in lower reservoir. Its power is 1652 megawatts. The power production is 1652 megawatts, and the energy produced is 36.3 gigawatts. And the PERP turbine is single stator reversible Francis. It is single stator is a reversible, and the efficiency is 79 percentage, and commissioned is in 1978, and the penstock diameter is 10.7, and the generating time is 22 hours, and pumping time is 28 hours. Okay, so usage is peaking generation and grid balance. Okay, now we can see another example. So this is also one of the examples. The world largest pumped hydro energy storage system. So here the upper reservoir contains a 44 into 10 power 6 meter cube, and lower reservoir is 34 into 10 power 6 meter cube. The generating power is 3 gigawatts, and the pumping power is 2.88 gigawatts. The energy is 30.9 gigawatts, and generating time is 10.3 hours. And we have pumping turbine, generator flow rate, and pumping flow rate. Here the last example is in Germany, the upper reservoir. This is the last example. We can see the picture. The upper reservoir is 12 into 10 power 6 meter cubes, and lower power is 18.3 into 10 power 6 meter cube. The power is total power produces 1060 megawatts, and the energy is 8.46 gigawatts, and the generating time is 8 hours, and pumping time is single stage reservoir Francis. Okay, this is the picture, and today we have seen what is pumped hydro energy storage systems, and for what purpose it is used, and we have seen some of the examples of pumped hydro energy power system. With this, we can end of this lecture, and we can see another lecture. Thank you.